There's about 3 or 4 days left on the banner for the current UR Gacha ship. So hope a lot of you guys got her by now. If you didn't, then you have time, but you guys should be worrying about that as of right now. So I'm making this video because I know probably a couple of you guys, especially the newer players, are lacking the resources to get the UR ships in time. And I feel you there, but we got to work on something, guys. If you've been playing for a while, some of you guys shouldn't have the issue, but if you're spinning your cubes like randomly on banners or something, then that has to be solved out. Alright, so I had a video like a couple months ago that texts about how to save cubes and just like stock up on cubes going into like UR Gacha banners, but we've got some updates since then, so I want to make a little update to this video talking about ways to help you gain more cubes and whatnot. Alright, so we'll talk about probably the biggest resources. I think a lot of people, especially the newer players, lack cubes. So we're gonna go about cubes first. Cubes, there's multiple ways to obtain this, guys. You have these dailies or whatever. You have commissions. You have shops and whatnot. Like you can get these from the merit shops randomly at times. It comes up here as well. You can also buy them in the general store sometimes as well too. So there's that. Cubes are the most important thing, but once you exhausted your main resource ways of getting them, like your commissions, your dailies, or whatever, what's the best way about going about doing this? So if you're very, very desperate, and I mean you're very desperate to get cubes right now, the best way is probably gonna farm 2-1. Now, yes, 2-1 is a dead map. Yes, it is. I don't farm there anymore. But if you guys are really desperate for cubes, it's probably the best map to go about farming because you can still farm a decent amount of coins. It's not as good as the later worlds or whatever, but you're farming a lot of sorties and attacks at once. And if you guys don't know, commissions are procced via attacking a node or whatever. So when you're doing a 2-1 map or whatever, you're going through fights like every 30 seconds or so. You cycle more and more opportunities to get more procs for commissions. So 2-1 is still good here. Now, if you guys want to forfeit all your progression because you can probably spend a lot of oil here, go ahead and do 2-1. I say back when I used to do this a lot before the oil changes, I used to get like 10 to maybe 15 cubes a day. Yes, 15 cubes a day. I'm not even kidding you guys. You guys can get 10 to 15 cubes a day. Now, it's RNG dependent, yes, but if you keep doing it consistently, you should see results. I think if you do a full 2-1 month or whatever versus someone that doesn't do 2-1, it's probably like a 150 cube difference. So it's about I'd say like 3 to 4 cube difference per day, which is pretty significant. I'm not gonna lie. So if you're really desperate, go ahead and do 2-1 for a bit and pray for RNG commission procs. They're called like merchant rescue and enemy attacks, stuff like that. Those are the commissions you guys will see over in the urgent. That will give you your cubes, and then there's an RNG chance to do them or proc them. I think it's like what 25 to 30% chance to proc them. I'm not exactly sure what the proc rate is, but I'm gonna say it's less than 50%. I'm like very confident about that. It's less than 50%. So just keep doing those, and eventually you will get cubes. It will be RNG though, but you will get cubes. So 2-1. If you guys want to forfeit all your progression, go ahead and do that. But remember, you're not getting EXP here. You're not getting into the resources and whatnot. So keep that in mind. Also, I have videos on how to do 2-1, so watch those. I'll link them like in the description or something on how to do them. It's not as profitable as before because of the oil changes and whatnot, and the later maps got buffed. But if you solely want cubes right here, it's a good map to farm. Next, we're going to talk about coins right here. So coins, a lot of you guys are new, so there's not much places where you can farm as of right now. I would say bum rush to world like 9 or 10 or whatever, start farming there. But that's a little out of the way for especially new players out there. So if you can, just stick to 2-1. 2-1, you're not going to get progression for ships or whatever, keep that in mind, but it is pretty good for oil per coins or whatever until you get into the later maps. But if you guys are like, say, in your like level 80, 90 HQ levels up here, if you guys are around level 80 or 90, you guys should be pushing into like world 11 and 12, specifically 12. Start farming world 12. Trust me, guys, world 12 is you're gonna get a lot of coins, and it's gonna be quick too. So get over there, and you guys should be good on coins. If you want to get to world 12 or whatever, make sure your ships are like roughly about 110. If your gear isn't that good or whatever, get into like 115. But definitely, I recommend if you want to go into world 12 clears, get about 110 ships. And then if they're still struggling with that, get them to 115. That should be good to go to clear 12 for whatever. I recommend 12-4 if you guys want just pure coins. It's probably the best map as of right now, where you can use a good fleet or a decent fleet that doesn't have to be over the top, that you can still get EXP for. Is a good place to farm there. Otherwise, if you're one of those players that have everything maxed out and for whatever reason and don't need EXP at all, probably 13-4 is probably the best map to farm as of right now for coins. So 12-4, 2-1, depending on where you are at as of right now. Farm those. It's gonna be very grindy, yes, but if you guys keep this up, preferably before an event hits, then you guys should be okay. They did announce 4 UR gacha ships as of this year, so I expect a lot of people, especially after this event ends, to just stock up on cubes, guys. Stock up on cubes. Make sure you have that pity of 400, because if you go to 200 pity, you will have enough to pity that UR gacha ship. So you need 400 cubes for that. You need 300,000 coins for that. Prepare that before an event, and you should be okay. So hope you guys got your Ulrich. Hopefully you guys finish your banners. And I'll see you guys in the next video.